Greetings, Mythics. How are we all? Yes, it is another Wednesday night. It is another 6:30 PM UK time, there or thereabouts. And it is another Ken Boyter. Not another one. There's only one of me. Which a lot of people say that's probably a good thing. This is Grockle Snook. This is the Edra Tales Twitch channel coming at ya live. It is the Hello Jam. It is the gamebook live session every Wednesday at 6:30 is what we tend to do. We've had a few weeks off over the summer. Always goes a little bit skew-iff over the summer, over August. Hello Babel 17. How are you? Hopefully everything is dandy, fine and dandy in your world. Hello Martha, good to see you. How are you? How is everybody? Let me know in the comments if you're having a good day, a not so good day, and an okay day. I've had a pretty good day today. It's been sunny here in the UK. Obviously, you know, this has the potential to reach internationally. So I don't know, obviously, what the weather's like where you are. We have played this. Martha's played. We played it so we know what's happening. Yeah. Yes, it is interesting. That is a very good point, Martha. We are playing The Darkness Over Arkham by Jonathan Green. It is based on the Arkham Horror. This is an Arkham Horror Investigators gamebook, I should say. I believe this is the first in the series, and it is written by Jonathan Green, as I say, who's a very established and renowned gamebook author. He's written, I think, over 20 gamebooks, maybe 30 gamebooks. I always forget. He's written over 80 books, though, in his career. So he's prolific. Not only is he good, he's prolific. And it is published by, and I can never say it, acontebooks.com, ACONYTE books.com. It is available on Amazon, so if you would like to buy it, I'm sure it could be in your bookshop as well, your local bookshop as well. So if you want to support those, please do so. Keep real books alive. Brick and mortar. Not Rick and Mortar. Morty. Am I drunk? I'm taking back a seat. Oh, I'm taking a back seat. Yeah, loving the role. Route taken so far. Yes, absolutely. So I know that you've played it before, haven't you? So obviously, yeah, it's pretty tricky for you to vote. Anyway, I like training. Sometimes I just get a bus. You like jammed straight in there with the puns. We have a special bell for puns. There it is. So if you do crack a pun, you will get a ding. We did, and I laughed so much, all of our mishaps. Yes, there were certain mishaps. Martha's played it. And just to let you know then, this is set in Arkham. It's set in Arkham in a different... See Arkham in a different light as your choices change the story in the all-new Investigators gamebooks. When a renowned professor is found dead, his body melted. It's up to the Investigators of Arkham to discover what occult horrors are behind his fate. Pick your path, Investigator, and collect allies along the way to hunt down his killer before they strike again. However, Arkham is full of mysteries, with many wishing to keep the truth buried, and who are hungry to usher in a new era full of death and darkness to devour the world as you know it. Can you stop it before it's too late? Well, the answer was no. This is part 2. Part 1, we did all right, but we got stuck on the classic... trying to work out a code, basically. There was a code where A equals 1, B equals 2, 3, and we got the right words, but we added it up wrong. I should say I added it up wrong. Yes, Julian, we do need you. We do need your help. So, obviously feel free to chip in. However, I am a little bit more organised this time because I have printed off the proper Investigators sheet and I've filled it in. So we have willpower 3, intellect 4, combat 2, health 6, sanity. We've lost a sanity, so we're on 8. We've got +2 clues. We have a notebook, which is the starting item. We've got Dr. Blaine's notebook. We've got Detective Hardin's business card. We have the ability to roll a 6 using intellect. We gain a clue. when using intellect. Then we've got the Seeker ability. We've got weaknesses, though. We've got Rex's Curse, which roll double using intellect or willpower with both 1 die. I don't quite understand what that means, but I'm sure it'll let us know. And we are also cursed, so maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. You've got popcorn. That is fantastic. I've got honeyed tea. Not quite the same, but... Martha's put, where can I find the sheet? So, normally I scan them in from the back of the books and then I print them out. However, if you go to acontebooks.com, ACONYTE books.com, they have a section where you can download the sheets. So I downloaded the sheet, this one, and I did blow it up though in Photoshop. I made it A4 so it's nice and big. Plus also I then scanned in our investigator. Here he is here. I did scan in our investigator because you can download that profile, I think, or I scanned that in, I can't remember. But I also scanned in, there is the secrets checklist. So there's a secrets checklist that I scanned in, and we've got 2 secrets, the detective and dark omens. Plus there is also, hello, where is it? The super secrets checklist. So I scanned those in and then again blew it up to A4 and double-sided. So I don't think the checklists are available on the website. But I just thought rather than writing my book, we'll tick them off here. It's easier that way. So, Julian's put it. I watched part 1 a week ago, and was shouting at the telly. Yeah, forgot A, nobody could hear me, and B, unable to respond to chat. I know. You try to help them so much. I know, you pull your hair out. It's funny because I've developed a murder mystery game called Devilish Deaths, and I've been playtesting it with a couple of people, like 2 sets of people. And what I found is, I'm watching them playtest it, and I know all the answers, obviously. And it's so difficult not to say, no, you've got that. Clearly that's not that, because that's, So obviously I've not... I know what you mean. I kind of had to not say anything. Oh, I can't quite read that. That is a link to the Darkness Over Arkham. Okay, maybe Jonathan's got it also on his links. Yeah, links to the sheets there. Thank you, Julian. Right, brilliant. Thank you, so much, Julian. Yeah, I didn't realise Julian, obviously, not Julian. Jonathan had it on his website as well. So you could go to jonathangreenauthor.com if you would like to download the sheets, and I'm sure there's a link so you can purchase the book as well if you so desire. Just a quick advert for my game book that's coming out in October, Devilish Dilemmas, an Edra Tale game book. That is the series. The first one in the series is To Kill a Thief. They are all standalone game book titles, so I'm not going to carry it on, because I did think that if you've written 5 or 6 and I'm on a stall and someone goes, I'd like to play that one, and I go, yeah, but you need to buy the first 4 because you will level up. I thought, yeah, I'd much rather them just stand alone. It also means that for stock, you don't have to have more of book 1 than book 3 or book 2. Do you see what I mean? So I just thought I'd do it that way. And I guess being my first game book, it's kind of easier not to have that carrying on into the next book. Martha here has put, tried my best. And speaking of that, my book, Leagues of Thief, hasn't arrived at all. Kind of annoyed. Oh, that is annoying. Absolutely, Martha. Sorry, I had to drop audio for the moment. Phone call. Looking forward to your new game book. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you, Julian. Yeah. So, what I was saying is they're all standalone novels. I'm not going to have it where you level up into the next book, just because it's easier to write that. And also, it's easier if I'm on a stall and somebody wants to buy one. I don't have to say, yeah, you have to start at book 1, then book 2. That you just go, yeah, if you like that, look at that cover, go for it. If you like the look of that premise, that idea. So you play a thief, as you can tell. And it is coming to Kickstarter in October. So I will be, over the next week or so and the next September, ramping up the advertising and, you know, obviously spamming certain groups and that. But also giving a bit more clues about the rewards, giving a bit more... I have also, you'd be interested to know, where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. I have bought my lino cut tool. So I'm doing the illustrations myself, and I'm going to use the lino cut. So I'm going to cut them into lino, then I'm going to ink them up, and then I'm going to print them out on paper. Then I'm going to scan that in, and then that will go into the book. But I'm also then going to sell the original artwork as well, and also sell prints of it as well. So that's part of the reward level as well. So that's very, very exciting. I'm very, very exciting. Gee, not sure what the heck was going on with that store. Yes, Martha. Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say about that. Looking forward to it. Oh, thank you, babe. Yeah, it's weird. What was it? Amazon? Did you get it from Amazon, or did you get it from... because Amazon are normally pretty reliable here in the UK. I don't know what they're like in Norway. But have you contacted them to say, sorry, I've still not received my book? That would be... Oh, shop. The book will be amazing. Oh, thank you, Martha. Okay, so yeah, maybe you need to go back into that shop and say, sorry, whereabouts is it? If you haven't done that already, yeah. Lino, I used to watch Thundercast. There it is. Kitara was my favourite. Yep, here we go. Oh, Wilma from Flintstones. Right, I got it from the local bookshop. They're still waiting for a shipment from... Oh, I see. So at least they're keeping you in the loop then. You know what's going on. Yeah, that must be frustrating though, but I guess if it's coming from overseas... and they may not have a warehouse in Norway, whereas I think Amazon obviously have a big warehouse, or you know, publishers tend to have warehouses in England, and maybe that's the way into Europe. I don't know. Oh yes, right. So before we get lost in 80s and 90s cartoon nostalgia. What do we need to know? Yes, so basically, Arkham Horror, there has been some sort of murder, and we need to discover what is going on, who the murderer is, what all the secrets. What's all the secrets going on? Fingers crossed it won't be long now. Yeah, absolutely. I have written up the notes that we made. So we've got, as I say, we've got 2 items. We know about the Warren Observatory, Velma's Diner. We've been to... Dr. War is missing, ? Astrophysicist. Notebook, owner is Dr. Blaine. Dead at the Masonic University Life Science Building. So that's who's died, Dr. Blaine, and we have his notebook. We were going to go back and try and give it to him. And we spoke to Detective Harden, who was already on the scene of the crime. Ready with new sheets for Ollie's book. Yeah, Ollie's got a new book out, hasn't he? Is that right? I can't keep up. He's knocking them out. Can't keep up. So, let's crack into it. Where we got to last time. Now, let me put those up here. And let me put those notes here. I'm running out of space. We got to entry 140. Now, I'm not saying my maths is brilliant, because it's not. Space in Time. Is that what it is? Space in Time, what? Yes, looking forward to his new one too. We have to, it says here, if you know a suitable location, ignoring the definitive article, the place name will be made up of 2 words. For example, if you wanted to visit the City Hall, you would just use the words City and Hall. Turn the letters to the location into numbers using code A = 1, 2 = 2. And what I really like about this, etc., etc., is that they've actually done it for you, because that's always like, oh, I need to visualise that. So what I've done is in the Edra Tales Facebook group, go to Media tab, go to Albums, go to the Darkness Over Arkahm, and in there, I didn't scan this in, but I've put this code up into the Facebook group. So if you want to double check my workings out, you can do so. Julian, can we try and play the pirate one? Ooh, nice. Arr, we're all pirates here. So, Jonathan very kindly contacted me a couple of days after, or maybe the same evening that we failed miserably at the adding up. He said, yeah, you got the right words. You were just idiots. No, he didn't say that. He just said, you just added them up wrong. So I said, maybe I should work it out before we go live. And true to my word, I've done that. So, French Hill is one of them. Abandoned house is another one. And Warren Observatory is another one. I made a pirate. Here we go. I made a pirate irate by taking the P. There it is. The links in this come up purple, and that's hard to read. We need some specific places to go to. Yes, French Hill, abandoned house. I don't know if that's meant to be abandoned. Warren Observatory were the three that Jonathan kind of suggested. So I have looked that up. French Hill and is it abandoned? Julian, rather than abandoned, because I put ABADDAN house, which if you add all that up is 95. French Hill, if you add up all of that, is 95. City Hall, I didn't do City Hall. Hello, Steve. It is a Baden house. Oh, there we go. Nice one. So they're both 95, which I thought that's a bit weird. So maybe a Baden house is in French Hill, like on French Hill. I don't know. City Hall. Martha, can you add up that for us then? 3, 9, 20, 25, 8, 1, 12, 12. If you add all that up, tell me a number, and I'll add it to the list of places to potentially go. Where's my pencil? It's not very professional of me. My pencil over there. Grocklesmith, was that you? Did you throw my pencil over across the dungeon? A Badham house in French. Oh, okay. So that does come out as the same number, because I did already check that. So once we get Martha's adding up, yeah, Warren Observatory. I've got that. That is 239. City Hall. Martha's put City Hall. They both add up to... oh, there you go. So I am right. I'm not that illiterate. I don't think. 20, 25, 8, 1, 12, 12. So, Martha, have you got the answer to that then? Who would add that up? I thought that was quite clever of Jonathan. Yes, it was quite clever of Jonathan. How he must have gone. Yeah, he must have. Yeah, that's it. He must have worked that all out and gone, oh my God, that's amazing. They both add up to 95. Let me do that. I'm not sure, because he couldn't have orchestrated that, could he? 57. And city. 57 city and hall is 33, so it's 90. Okay, so thank you for doing that, Martha. Was there any mention of a shop uptown? I can't remember. But let's look at 90. Because, maybe we added up City Hall wrong and did that as 95. I seem to remember us going to like 93 or something. Yeah, 90 doesn't seem to work, Martha. That's my problem with that. It says here, you decide the black metal staircase at a stumbling run. You descend the black metal staircase at a stumbling run. Reaching on the bottom, 4 cops have bundled out the car and make for the main entrance to the building. Oh, maybe it does. Does it? It's tricky. Where have we just come from? Let's take it back a bit. Let's take it back a bit. So we've just come from 101, then that led us to 140. Because I kind of want to know it says, and so, finding what was going on, because I was hoping to return this to Dr. Blaine. Okay, so we're speaking to Dr. Harden. He opens it, he says, right, that's what I thought. Well, good luck decoding it now. That's when he says, yeah, so we're at the science building. So what happens now? So I don't think we're inside, are we? Momentarily, before handing a small return. Okay, so yeah, so he gives us our number. And we haven't got a black talon, so we went on 40. So I think 90 is wrong, isn't it? Let's have a look. C is 3. 9 is I. T is 20. Y is 25. H is 8. I is 9. I is 9, Martha. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. No, you're right, Martha, because it's an A, not an I. So that is 1. So you were right. You were right. My bad. My bad. And then 2 L's. We've got L is 12 and L is 12. That's right. So that adds up to 90, does it? 24. 44. 44. 50. 64. 64, 69, 70, and then we've got 79, 87, plus 3 is 90. That doesn't seem to carry on though. Maths is so difficult, it is. I have since finished the book and got one of the endings with the help of Julian's videos. There we go. Cheap viewers. Hey, we've got a bot. Here we go. Hello there, Nineveh's cheap viewers on that link. Thank you for posting that. But I wouldn't recommend anyone clicking on that link. Okay, so City Hall is a bit of a mystery. However, 95 and 239 do add up, do seem to follow on. So, would you like to go to French Hill Abaddon House, which is 95, or would you like to go to the Warren Observatory, which is 239? What would you like to do? So put 95 if you want to go to French Hill Abaddon House, or Warren Observatory if you want to go to 239. You decide. Let's open up with a you decide. I'm hoping to finish the Deadpool game book. Oh, wow, fantastic. Right, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense, Julian. So we've got a split decision so far. It's 90. It does add up to 90, but it's not a valid location that you can go. Did I do that properly? Don't give me those spiders. Don't give me those spiders. I had a dream the other night that I got bitten by a snake. I got bitten by a snake. Properly bitten, and I grabbed it. It was a little one, and I grabbed it by its sort of head and held it out to get rid of it. Bit freaky. Deadpool book was hilarious, as is She-Hulk. Oh, brilliant. Moon Knight is excellent too. That's a Jonathan Green one, isn't it? Moon Knight. Okay, so we've got 2 for Warren Observatory, 1 for French Hill Abaddon House. So we're going to go to 239. That does look like it is. It does make sense if you carry on. Okay, so part 2. So we need to find out what is going on. Why was Dr. Blaine killed? What for? Who killed him? I played Moon Knight also. Maybe I'll give the She-Hulk a go too. Okay, 239. By the way, just to remind people, we are playing Rex Murphy. That is the character. He is a reporter. He's a journalist. And that's what he looks like. He does look like Jonathan, doesn't he? He looks like Jonathan. Did it bite? It was a close shave, put it that way. Yeah, but it bit me on the shin. It's pretty painful. Rex Murphy is the best. Good stuff. So, 239. As you climb to the top of Crane Hill, before you can even reach the General Ward Astronomical Observatory, you are intercepted by a pair of incorporeal creatures that look like wisps of smoke that have been granted an autonomous control over their insubstantial bodies. Take the secret Location 7. Oh, hello. Look at me with my new secrets list. So, I'm going to mark that down. Location 7. We'll tick that. There we go. That we didn't get. Oh, okay. Interesting. Their intention is clear. You have no choice but to defend yourself. You may spend 1 resources at the start of each round to add to your total for that round. Round 1. Roll 2 dice and add your combat and your willpower. If you have the secret right, which we don't, unfortunately. Let's have a look. No, we haven't got that. No, we haven't got that. Is that must be a... Is that a super secret? No, I don't know what that means. Yeah, no, we haven't got that one. It's not on there. I can't see it on there. Rights. That's a bit weird. Secret rights. That's not on the checklist. Hang on, let's look. Secrets checklist. That's not on the checklist. Can't see it on the checklist. Oops. A week and a half to the fest. Yes, exactly. The next Fighting Fantasy Festival 5, well, the next one, is... Yeah, a week and a half. It's about 11 days, isn't it? Where are you heading down and how long will you take? So add, which we haven't, if the total is 40 million, you win the first round. Okay, round 2. So let's see which round we've won and which round we haven't. Which dice would you like to play with? Would you like to play with the Fighting Fantasy dice? The Fighting Fantasy Festival dice? Oh no, they are actual Fighting Fantasy dice. Or would you like to play with Talisman dice? Or would you like to play with the Elder dice? A bit of Arkham. Which one would you like? The Lovecraft Elder Sign dice. What one would you like? Type now. I'll be there, can't wait. Oh, you're going as well, Steve? Yeah, I'm going as well. I booked my ticket the other day. Freaking hell, the video keeps stopping. They are working on bettering the internet signals here, and if they don't fix this, I'll complain to my internet provider. Oh, sorry to hear that, Martha. It's very frustrating. Thursday night, coach to Uxbridge Rendezvous, Mr. Land and Mr. Lester. Oh, okay. Looks like people want to go with the Elder dice. It does make sense, doesn't it, to go with these. These are lovely. I have got another set as well, blue set. So it's a full set, and they gave me 3 D6s. Not just me. I mean, anyone that bought them. Right. So let's go with those. Okay, so what are we doing? This is the first time we've got into combat. You may spend resources at the start of each round. So, how do you spend resources? We've not looked into that yet. As well as picking up resources that can help you change investigative clues. You begin with 0 resources, but you're quite right. Add a tally mark to a relevant box on your character sheet. There'll be times when you have the opportunity to spend a clue or resources. Okay, I don't think we've picked up any resources, have we? Where can I get that set? This was a Kickstarter set. But they are by Infinite Black. I don't know if you could see that just there. Infinite Black. And they've got loads of... I think they've got more dice now, because this was a couple of years ago. INFINITE Black. Check them out. Check their website out. We haven't got any resources, because I'm sure we... Yeah, we've got 0 resources. It'll take about 8 hours. Okay, here we go then. Let's roll. Oh, that's not too good. We got a 4. That's terrible. Hey. So it says here, roll and add your combat and your willpower. So my combat, our combat, your combat is 2. The willpower is 3. So that's 5. That makes a total of 9. It says, if the total is that you win the first round. Okay, well, we didn't win the first round. If you lost one or both rounds, turn to 46. Okay, so we lost the first round, so we have to turn to 46. So that's a new mechanic, where you just kind of do 2 rounds and see if you win one or both. So we're going to turn to 46. So hopefully they've not just eaten us. A long way by coach. Wow, yeah, 8 hours. I'm very fortunate, actually, because Hertfordshire is close to London. So anything that goes on in London. But then I've got the reverse. Anything that's up north takes me longer. Like the UK Games takes me about 2 hours. So it's not too bad. And that's by car. So I'm going to be travelling up. But I drive normally to Cockfosters and then get the tube in. So I'll try and get there for like 9:30ish. While you put up a valiant defence against the ethereal entities, you are unable to get the better of them. If you were to push the entrance to the observatory, you doubt you would make it there alive. You suddenly feel bitterly cold, as if the curious creatures are somehow sapping all warmth from the surrounding area and their prey. The only option you have is to turn tail and run while you still can, and search elsewhere, hoping against hope that the insubstantial mist creatures don't follow you. So that was blocked. Okay, we do take a bit of punishment though, unfortunately. We -1 health. Oh, that's not good. So we're down to 5. +2 doom. We've not had that before. Then turn to 140. It says here you may spend a clue or 1 resource to reduce doom penalty by 1. Spend 2 clues or 2 resources to avoid adding doom. So we do have a choice here. What would you like to do? Would you like... We've got 2 clues, so we can reduce it by 1 or by 2, or not at all and just take the doom. What would you like to do? Type not or no if you don't want to spend clues. Type 1 if you just want to spend 1, or 2 if you just want to spend 2. Julian's put take the clues. Oh, sorry, take the doom, keep the clues. Hello, Lee Rin. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so it looks like there is a consensus not to take them. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to take the punishment now. I've written that down. That's quite cool, though. So you can sort of negate punishment if you've collected things. Yeah, I quite like that mechanism. That's pretty good. So we are back to 140. We are back to 140. So, shall we try 95 then? Shall we try French Hill and Abaddon House? Type yes. Well, we've got no choice really. Or if you can think of anything else. Early in the game of madness, knowledge is necessary for survival. It certainly is. Knowledge, and that's just in life, Lee Rin. Okay, so Martha would like to go yes. Let's go there. Anyone else like to vote? I mean, it only takes 1. It only takes one. If no one else votes, then that's the way we're going. I do recommend a spot of honey in your tea. Normal tea, not a fruit tea. Okay, so Julian and Martha would like to say yes. So, I don't think anyone else is voting. Let's go there then. You set off for the affluent and ancient neighbourhood of French Hill. You begin to feel uneasy. More uneasy than you have felt so far this evening. As if something watches you from the darkness. If you have the weakness cursed, which we have, add 1 to your total doom. It's like, this is turning out to be like most Arkham games where you just get punished and you basically end up mad. Honey, nature's original sweetener. Absolutely. So that didn't go to plan, did it? If you have the weakness haunted, which we don't, and if you have the weakness paranoid, which we don't, that's good. What is your total doom? Okay, it is 3 or more. See, that doesn't bode well. Hard, isn't it? This is hard. This is hard. I didn't sign up for this. I wanted to just go around, swanning around, solving all the clues, being the hero. Yeah, we only have Jonathan Blame. He's not even watching this week either. Unless he is. Unless he's just keeping quiet. Dominoes of pain. Exactly. Well, I think Jonathan, he may say, well, it's not me to blame. Blame H.P. Lovecraft. 62. 62. Not as hard as reading the original Lovecraft stories. I've only read Call of Cthulhu, although I bought a really nice edition of all of the stories, which I will be working my way through. Okay, so we have to go to 62. The first proper evidence you have that you're not alone is the air that buffets you with the rhythm of the wing beats. The second warning that you are in danger is the ominous silhouette that blocks the light from the moon when you look up to see what is creating the eddies in the air. What you see descending from the sky sends a chill down your spine. It possesses both human and inhuman qualities. Its body is like that of a malnourished man, but the wings, horns, tail, and deepest green-black skin are like something out of a nightmare. But worst of all is the total absence of any facial features. The thing doesn't even have a mouth. It says here, take -1 sanity. -1 sanity. So we are now down to 7. And the secret, Hunting Night Gaunt. Okay, Hunting Night Gaunt. I have a copy of the Necronomicon, Comic Con, and we'll be reading those soon. Fantastic. I can pronounce it, but not when I'm thinking about it. The Necronomicon. There you go. So, what was it? Oh no. Okay, so we have Hunting Night Guard. It doesn't sound good, does it? Again, that's not there. Oh, Hunting Night Guard. Okay, sorry, my bad. It is there. Okay. And then it swoops down, claws outstretched, ready to attack. It is going to take everything you have in terms of nerve as well as physical strength to get through your latest trial. You may spend 1 resource at the start of each round and add 2 to your total for that round. Unfortunately, we've got no resources. Round 1, roll 2 dice and add your combat and your willpower. If the total is 15 or more, you win the first round. If you won at least 2 rounds... Okay, so we do have to do more than 1 round. If you lost at least 2 rounds. Right, here we go then. So, what did I say? Combat and willpower is 5, so we need a 10. So let's get double 6. Come on. Let's get 12. Let's get 12. We can do it. Come on. We call upon the power of Cthulhu. Let's get a 10. It was close. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we lost the first round. Roll 2 dice and add combat. Round 2, willpower. If you won the first round, add 2. No, we didn't. So we now need an 11. It's getting harder each round. Okay, this is new. This is a new tactic, Jonathan. What are you playing at? Curses. Yeah, we are cursed. Right. We need an 11. Come on, let's get 12. Let's get 12. Come on, we can do it. That's not 12, is it? That's almost right. It's 22. Can you just read it like that? Is that how dice work? Okay, so we lost the second round. Roll 2 dice and add your combat and willpower. If you won this... No, we didn't. If your total is 17 or more. Wow. Okay. So as is 5... What's... Oh, 17. 5. We need 12. Yeah, we do need 12. Okay, so I did that out. Sally. Kenny's rolling a bad again. I know, Martha. The good thing about it is, from this point of view, Sally isn't actually watching. She can't watch tonight. Here we go then. 12. This is it. Look, no, you watch, Martha. You watch. This is a 12. Here we go. Those are 2 6s. They're going to come in. You ready? You ready? Okay. I have blessed them. I've blessed them. Here we go. Here we go. Librian's put, it's surprising that Call of Cthulhu's entire collection of third-person accounts that the narrator himself does not personally even experience, not unlike Frankenstein. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The Frankenstein framing is that we're in the Antarctic or the Antarctic. What's the other one? Antarctic? Antarctic. We're in one of the poles. And there's a ship that sees a lone person out there in the wilderness, and they drag him in, put him in the boat, and then he tells the story. But then it does flip about, doesn't it? Because you do get the viewpoint from the monster. So there you go. So it's Frankenstein that's telling the story in that respect. Okay, here we go then. 12 dice, jail. Right, no, this is it. I've blessed them. Here we go. Oh. That didn't quite work out, did it? We didn't pray hard enough. Okay, so if you lost at least 2 rounds, which we did, then we need to go to 83. This is hard. This is like a Ian Livingstone fighting fantasy book. Right, here we go. 83. It's no good. What can you, a mere mortal, do against such an obscene horror? Your nerve is the first to break, and then your body, and the gaunt creature rakes you with its razor-sharp claws. Whoever eventually finds your body will wonder what could have possibly done this to you. We know, it was Jonathan and his pen. But being Arkham, no one will search very hard or very long for the answer. The end. Should have used fire. I've heard of Gauntlet. 2 lives left, Martha. Absolutely. 2 lives left. Okay, so in the traditions of the lives, this is tough. This is tough because really, I don't know how you go about it. Because our combat isn't big, is it? I did notice actually that you can download these pre-done, and I thought the stats were different on the pre-done one. How many times did we die? Oh, did you die loads as well? So we're gonna reset, and I do just need to go and get an eraser because the eraser is somewhere else. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so we're going to reset. That means we're back up to 9 sanity. We've got 5 health. I don't think we start with clues, do we? The wizard is about to die. Yeah, you start with no clues and no resources. But we're going to reset the doom as well because we don't want doom. I suspect that having doom is not a good thing. Red elf needs food badly. Exactly. I think we died as the as the waitress, and then did better as Rex. Okay, but I think we need to follow him this time instead of her. Yeah, so we'll just carry on playing Rex. So, what would you like to do then? Would you like to... I guess we could just say that we won. Yeah, is that a good way to do? We'll just go back and say, yay, we won. We rolled at 12s all the time. If you won the last 2 rounds, yeah? Should we do that? That's probably the simplest thing. So we'll do that then. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So let's say, yay, we won. 103. Well done. Let's see. Yeah, that was great rolling by me. Loved Gauntlet, especially on the Spectrum. Yeah, Gauntlet. Well, I remember playing Gauntlet in the arcade. 4-player in the arcade. It was amazing. We got down to level 100. We got to level 124. I don't think we ever did that before. Overheated and nude itself. That was the thing. I had a ZX Spectrum, and it would take 3, 4, 5 minutes to load a game up. So if the plug came out the back, or there was a power cut, it was like, oh, all right, yeah. Because there wasn't automatic saves either. We lived in the blessed times. We did. Or we do. We did. We do. We do. Same at the Unibar. Yeah. It was fantastic. Very addictive. Gauntlet. It was one of my favourite games, Gauntlet. Okay, so yes. Incredibly, you managed to get the better of the beast. It was nothing. When it realises you are not going to be easy kill, when it realises you're not going to be the easy kill it thought you were going to be, it flies off into the night on eerie silent wings. Take +1 combat. Oh, okay, so we'll have that. So we're on 3. And +1 willpower. So we're on 4. There we go. That's more like it. New Spectrum coming out this year. 90 quid. Oh my giddy aunt. That would be fantastic. Seriously, I have got a PC emulator on the PC where you can play old games. I started playing old games and I played Back to School. Has anyone played that? Because it's like, oh, I remember spending hours on that. And then I played it and I thought, why did I spend hours on this? Wow, the new Spectrum. Yeah, that'll get some sales. Okay, turn to 11. Nice. I love Druid 2 and Saboteur. Oh, I never played Druid 2 or Druid. But I did play Saboteur. I love Saboteur as well. Without trying to start a war. Oh, here we go. The Commodore 64 guy. Yeah, back in the day, there was a little bit of that going on. But I remember going, yeah, so what? Great, you've got a Commodore 64. Well done. You know, I didn't see the problem with the retro console craze begins anew. School Days, that's what it was called. School Days. Nice one, Julian. Yeah, Manic Miner, Gauntlet, 3 of them, coincidentally. I used to play Jet Set Willy, Manic Miner. Spent hours on Manic Miner. Jet Set Willy. Jetpack was another one. Horace Goes Skiing. Let's play the book now, please. Yeah. I love the Dizzy games. Oh, I don't know if I played the Dizzy games. The flickering street lamps guide you to a large house on the scale of a colonial mansion, but one that is a vision of crumbling grandeur. Abandoned house, as a plaque reads at the entrance, must have been glorious once, but now it is quite apparent. I got stuck. There's a glitch in the Matrix there. That it is falling into disrepair. It is a curious mix of palatial and the Gothic, with a pillared colonnade at the front and the pointed mullineed windows of a German castle. Jonathan always throws in words I can't pronounce and B, I've never heard of. Take Secret, Location 9. Okay, we're racking up the secrets. Golden Axe. Do you remember Golden Axe vaguely? Take Secret 9. No, Location 9. Strangely, but I don't remember that one. 6 years ago, there's a wave of HDMI release of Commodore 64. Oh, okay, and Atari consoles. Pairs of single button joysticks included. Didn't make that train, unfortunately. Oh, okay, well, you didn't go in for that. Is that what you mean? It stands apart from the other properties in the neighbourhood on a large plot of land and is screened from the road by a thick yew hedge. A light in the porch shines above the front door, and as you approach the house along the wide gravelled drive, there's no one about, and the grounds are eerily quiet. But you can't shake the feeling that there are eyes on you as you make your way toward the mansion. So we have a choice. It's probably our first proper choice. They were limited issue and not... Oh, I see. Yeah. 90 quid for a Spectrum is not too bad. I got my one for Christmas one year. Honestly, one of the best presents I ever had, and it was a 6-pack game Spectrum. So I can't remember what games came with it, but it might be Manic Miner, Horace Goes Skiing. But I just remember loving it and playing it loads as a kid. On Christmas Day, couldn't believe it. It was fantastic. And I think they were about 150 quid back then, so 90 quid's not too bad. Although I might be making that up. Who knows how much they were back then. Okay, so, the Rambling Storyteller. Yeah, there we go. I'm living up to my name. Would you like to approach the front door? Would you like to leave the drive and use the deeper darkness pooling between the trees to creep around the side of the house? Type front door if you want to just go up to the front door, or type creep if you want to go creeping around the side of the house. You decide. Yeah, way out the price range. Yeah, anything. The thing is, though, because you've got to ask yourself, how much are you going to play it? Creep. What would you call me? But it's very tempting to get a ZX Spectrum for 98 quid. Yeah. My original 48 case was 179. Oh, there you go. And that was 1982. And it took 5 months to arrive. Did it? Basically built it by hand and then walked it to your house. Creep around. Yeah, I can't remember how much Dad paid. Well, I wouldn't have known. It was Santa that brought me mine, if I'm honest. We're going to be creeping around 120. Yeah. We were an everyday Joe Jane after all, not the Dovahkiin this time. That is true. We haven't got a lot of combat. We're a journalist. We're a journalist. We don't go in for fisticuff. You have received no clear indication that anyone has seen you, but you can't shake the feeling that someone or something is watching you from behind the dark windows of the house. Although the shadows that smother the ground surrounding the house unnerve you as well, your imagination populating them with all manner of hidden horrors, you nevertheless decide to strike out across the lawns away from the lamp-lit porch and search for an alternative way in. Skirting the building, you reach the gravel path that surrounds the mansion as the west wing comes into view. One of the windows at the end of the house appears to be ajar. I'll do that one already. Creeping up to it, you peer inside and see a hallway of walnut wood panelling, heavy crest drapes, and a large potted plant on turned wooden stands. Speaking of, I'm an Agonian Dovahkiin level 59. Wow, level 59, that's brilliant. Well, so here we go. We've got another choice. Everybody. What would you like to do? Would you want to enter the house through the open window? Or do you want to change your mind and return to the front door? Type enter if you want to just enter the open window now. Or type return if you want to go back to the door. You decide. What would you like to do? You're a Gemini. It does seem a bit pointless to go back to the front door, since we've just crept around Nunta. I was very privileged. Last year, I think it was, I did get my hands on an original Spectrum. I'm pretty sure it's an original Spectrum. Because they haven't reproduced them since, have they? But I know where an original Spectrum is that's still in its box that I might be able to buy. But the problem with that is that I need to get hold of the tapes or get hold of the code and then tape it in. I don't know. Enter front door is where the enemies expect us to do. Enter the window. Ask Thorin to carry me. Thorin walks away. Come on, Thorin. Exactly. Yeah, we don't want a whole big plate throwing scene. Right, here we go. Although I've watched The Hobbit on DVD, so I watched it on cinema. Much better watching it second time round. I actually really enjoyed it. Here is all info re these new game consoles. Fantastic. I can't quite see that. Retrogames.biz. Retrogames.biz. Nice one, Julian. I hear autistic kids are always on a spectrum somewhere. Okay, we are going to enter through the window. Let's see what awaits. What horrors await us. Or maybe it's just tea and cake there. Who knows? Unlatching the window, you open it fully and, putting a foot on a piece of projecting stonework and your hands on the window frame, you push yourself up into the windowsill and climb inside. However, as you do so, you catch your leg on a rusty nail that is protruding from the warped wood of the frame. You wince in pain, but as you pull yourself free, you tumble through the window onto the carpeted floor on the other side, the rusty metal tearing the skin from your knee to your ankle. Ow, 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 ow. That is hideous. Lose 1 health, so we are now down to 5 health. Julian's bit. I still do have my original Spectrum. Do you? Oh, I sold mine years ago. Plus the games and a tape recorder. Just afraid to fire in case it explodes. Been 30 years since I last did. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. Live stream it. Or make a video of it. You've got to do it. You forgot about the now. Now you tell us. You've got to do it. Yeah, that's a horrible way to lose a health point. Yeah, fire it up. The thing is, though, it's almost like you're not using it, because you're afraid that it's going to catch on fire. So it's sort of just sitting there. Whereas if you spark it up, there could be that chance that it won't catch on fire. Don't know. But if it does catch on fire, don't blame me. I have always planned to live stream it. Yeah, no, you should. And you've still got your... Oh, Martha's still got original Nintendo 64. Fantastic. Oh my, Lirin says, just looked up the Spectrum. It is a keyboard console where you must literally type what you want to do, e.g. walk to kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. None of this. Yeah. It's got rubber keys as well. It's rubber keys. Instead of just using a joystick, like the advanced game Tom Hanks' boy character played in Big. Yes, it's got a keyboard, but they then started to produce joysticks. So you plug in a joystick, and most games you could use a joystick. Yeah, absolutely. But the good thing about having that was you could... there was a lot of adventure games that were text-based. So like Choose Your Own Adventure game books, basically. I bought the 64 full size from that company. It was great, but a bit cumbersome to actually use. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I remembered the nail. Didn't say anything. Thanks, Martha. Well, no, you're wise to remember that. And not say anything. Okay, anyway. Stealing a napkin from under one of the potted plants. You press on the wound with the cloth until you have managed to stem the bleeding. Fortunately, no one appears to have alerted to your presence by your ungainly entry. But the lit lamps would suggest that there is someone at home. With the window at your back, you see the door further along the corridor to your left and another to the right. Beyond that, an archway beckons you to explore the rest of the house that lies beyond the west wing. Where do you want to look first? Where would you like to look? Do you want to try the door on your left? Type left. Do you want to try the door on your right? Type right. It's that simple. Do you want to head deeper into the house beyond the arch? Type arch. What would you like to do? Left, right, or arch? Zelda 64 still is timeless as it was back in 1998. Now, yeah, I didn't get into Zelda until I actually got a GameCube. That's when I started playing Zelda. Spectrums make jam cheese. Exactly. If only life was that simple. Everyone seems to want to go left. Shall we, Julian? So we don't die here. Yeah, we have got a few ringers in the audience. Okay, and I'm not talking about bell ringers either. We're going to go left. 55. Let's go left. Let's go left. Oh, I've just noticed, Steve, that you have followed the channel. I don't know when you did that. 14th of August. Thank you so much. I did notice it previously. I think I've thanked you already. But as you're in the live chat, I will thank you now. Thank you so much. And if anyone is watching that hasn't followed the channel, it helps with the algorithm. So if you do want to follow the channel, that would be fantastic. If you want to turn on the notifications, and then you'll should get a notification. It is a bit glitchy from Twitch, just to let you know when I've actually gone live, because sometimes I'm a couple of minutes late. The door opens and you enter what would appear to be a family portrait gallery. The walls of this room are crammed with framed paintings of various people that cover all manners of ages, apparel, career paths and eras. There are oil paintings of whiskered military men dressed in uniforms dating from as far back as the American War of Independence, while watercolours of matronly women with unsmiling brushstroke faces and charcoal likenesses of a gaggle of children look down at you as you explore the room. One painting shows a figure in the mould of the heroic explorers of the late 19th century. But what really catches your eye is the curious terracotta pot he is holding, like it's a silver rowing trophy. Take one clue, and the secret family gallery. So we do have one clue now. We did have +2, but we died, so I did make us go back down to 0. But we have got one clue, and we've also now got family gallery. Family gallery. Oh, I thanked oh, okay, there you go, Steve. I don't know what I'm doing from one day to the next. My memory's so bad. Julian's, but to be fair, I've forgotten more than I remember. My memory's like thingy you were pastor in. I think we've got the same memory, Julian. Ringing the bell in this case is literally the dinner itself. Ringing the dinner is served bell to the monsters. Yeah, I don't think we want to draw attention to ourselves. Oh, you didn't get that clue last time. Okay, that's interesting. Pleased, but also slightly surprised that you have not found anything more disturbing than a late 17th century painting of a Puritan matriarch within the gallery. You leave by the same way you came in and return to the corridor. Where do you want to go from here? Do you want to go to the door that's now in the opposite direction? Type opposite. Or do you want to make your way to the central hallway of the house? Type hallway. What do you want to do? Do you want to go to the opposite door? Type opposite. If you want to go to the hallway, the central hallway, which is central in the house, type hallway. It is up to you what you would like to decide to do. That is the whole point. I've still got some tea. Let's see if it's drinkable, because it might be cold. Not too bad. Not too bad. There we go. Opposite. You're all going opposite. So, well, not all of you, but the consensus does seem to be opposite. So we're going to go to the other room, which is 131. We are just picking up the clues. The door is unlocked. Opening it, you step through into a room that is in utter darkness. The only light comes from the lamps in the corridor behind you. As you are searching for a light switch, or even a candle and tinderbox, with a sudden bang on the door slams shut, plunging you into total darkness. You turn instinctively and grab the front door for the door handle, but before you can give it a twist, you hear the click of a key turning in the lock. You've been locked in. Hallway. Upper Gangnam style. You feel a rising sense of panic within you and your heart rate quickens. Oh, your feed was bad. Yes, unfortunately not. Yeah, that would have equalled it out. I'm so sorry, Julian. So, here we go then. If you want to try and force the door, type force. If you want to try and remain calm and search the room, hoping to find a light switch or an electric lamp you can turn on, type search. What would you like to do? Would you like to try and force the door or search for a lamp or an electric light source? I can't remember what it was. Search for a light switch or an electric lamp. There we go. What would you like to do? Maybe I shall leave it a little bit more. I know there is a bit of a lag sometimes. Jan would like to search. Stay calm and search. We can only be buffet twice more. It's an all-you-can-eat for the monsters. By the way, if I binged listen. If you can get hold of the iPlayer, if you've got access to the iPlayer, which is the BBC iPlayer, you can go to their website actually. I'm not sure what it's like in other countries, but in the UK, you can just listen to it. There's a fantastic Lovecraftian Cthulhu Ancient Ones series. There's about 3 or 4 of them, and it's a radio drama. They're radio dramas, and they're called the Lovecraftian Investigations. I think that's what they're called. They're really, really good. I tried, and yes, you did, Martha. Yes, you did. So it looks like we're going to search. Oh, I've lost the chat. Hang on, show chat. How can you find the light switch in the dark room? Force your way out. Oh, Julian's been a bit strict there. Well, you can just stumble around, can't you? Force your way. Oh, Martha wants to force now. So, oh no, you haven't changed your mind. So we've got 2 for search and 2 for force. You find yourself in a dark room. Do you see? Yeah, exactly. So, Steve, would you like to decide it? We've got 2 for force and we've got 2 for search. Would anyone like to decide it? You decide. You decide. Otherwise, the dice will decide. The die side. Steve's gone for force. We're going to force our way out. My only issue with that, and I don't want to say I told you so because I might be wrong, is that the door's just been locked. So whoever's done it is literally just on the other side of the door. But, you know, maybe it's the right thing to do. I don't know. We tried that. I remember the room. Oh, okay. We're making the same mistakes as our forefathers. Rattling the door handle furiously to no effect. Uncaring of who might hear you now, you slam your shoulder into the door. It remains stubbornly shut, but you imagine it gave a little under the impact. You try again, applying greater force this time. While the door remains sealed, you hear what sounds like metal screws pulling within the wood fibre. Oh, so this might work. The force may be strong with this one. Make a strength test. Roll 1 die and add your combat. You may spend 1 resources. We haven't got that. What is the result? So we basically need 8 or more. And, what is it? Add your combat. So we've got combat of 3. Yes, you did. Don't blame me. I voted for Hallway. You never learn from your forefathers' mistakes. Exactly. Or maybe the house. Maybe the house locked the door. That is a very good point, Steve. I hadn't thought of that. Like the Haunting of Hill House reminds me of that immovable door in the opening corridor of Firetop Mountain. Yeah, I've still got beef with Firetop Mountain. I still have never completed it. Here we go. Here we go then. 5, 6, 7, 8. We do need a 5 or a 6. Come on, this is a 6. Here we go. It's a 6. That's not a 6, is it? That is a 4. So that means we've got 7. Which means I think that is the wrong number that we wanted. I don't know. Zargar's Maze. Yeah. Yep. Zargar's Maze, exactly. Never could find it. I'm sure there was a bug in it. Is there a bug in it? Can you never get out of it? Do you have to cheat? 31. Here we go then. It is no good. No matter how hard you slam yourself against the door or tug on the handle, the door remains stubbornly closed, unable to get out. You look for a light switch, but find none. You do not remain alone in your prison. However, as you're joined by a furious buzzing, it seems to come from within the walls themselves. When your captors finally deem to let you out, in readiness for the part you will play from now on in their unholy ritual, you will be a gibbering wreck, unable to refuse them, your mind having been fractured by the incessant, maddening buzzing. The end. Have we ever died twice in a session? Is this getting embarrassing? Right. I don't think we've ever died twice. 1 life left. You did. You absolutely did. Yes, in the Tavern on Gallows. Oh, did we? That must have been difficult as well then. So, 131. Let's take it back then. Let's go to the hallway because it gave me the indication that you couldn't even find a light switch or anything. So let's just go back. No, we need to go back to 55. Let's go back there. Right, and true to all of our respawning, we do need to reset. So we have no clues. No clues! We've got 6 health. Now, the thing is, I should reset the willpower, shouldn't I, in the combat? I'm going to have to do it, even though we've increased. I think that's only fair, isn't it? I'm going to do that. I cheat by literally ticking on every entry in pencil until I finally found the right unlocked page in that confounded maze. Well done. So there was a way through. It wasn't bugged. Because I know in the early, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they weren't particularly well play tested. Always Kenneth's dice rolls. Kenneth's. Let's get him. It's nothing to do with me. See, what you guys forget is that when I roll brilliantly, which I do at times, a lot of the time, do I get any praise? Do I Grocklesnook, get any praised? No. Don't know why I bother. Right, so we're going to go back to 55. Okay, that does say gain a clue, so maybe we should gain a clue. Let's gain a clue, because it does say gain a clue. Why not? We want to try the opposite door. Oh no, we don't, because that's got us. But we want to try the hallway, which is 194. Hallway, yeah. Or just rewind to the antique room. Without clues, we are practically unarmed. Yeah. How far back are you going? If only one back. And the hall. Yeah, we'll go to the hall. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't listen to me. Steve, I never do. That's harsh. That's harsh. Of course I do. Of course I do. Right, yeah, we'll go back to the hallway. I just had to backtrack a little bit. Because it was a few entries back. So we're going to go to 194. You're in the central hallway of the house. Where do you want to look next? Oh, that was a safe entry, wasn't it? To explore the east wing of the house, type east. Or if you want to try the grand double doors to your left, type grand. So if you want to go to the east wing of the house, type east. Or you can try the grand double doors to the left, type grand. What would you like to do? Martha would like to go east. Anybody else? East, 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 east. Go east. No, not that. Not that. Just going to have some unicorn blood. Ooh, it's quite strong, this one. Magic. East with everyone else. Right, okay, we will go east then. Your wish is my desire. 2, 3, 4. Here we go then. 2, 3, 4. There's a spider. There's not. There's not, Jam. There's not. You are in the east wing of the house. The decor has an air of the previous century about it. 2 doors lead off from the corridor, one to the left and one further along to the right. So what would you like to do? This is all happening again. Do you want to go to the left door? Type left. Do you want to go to the right door? Type right. Or do you want to return to the central hallway? Type return. What would you like to do? Left, right, or return? What would you like to do? It was thought that a unicorn's horn protects kings or anyone from poison. So the king or queen, royalty, would try and drink out of unicorn horn cups and bowls just in case they've been poisoned. It's one of those crazy facts. I recently... Oh, here we go. Steve's put here, I recently watched your League of Assassins video, which convinced me to buy that book. Fantastic. I was on the fence before. Well, there we go. There we go. Yeah, oh, there was that League of Thieves. Was that the League of Thieves that had the assassins in? Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Steve. Yeah. Well, this is kind of... It's weird. When I started live streaming these, I think Julian had started doing live streaming game books much more before me. I think. I've been doing this about 3 years now. 4 years? I can't remember. But I don't know if you thought this, Julian, that do the publishers mind, do the authors mind, because it's like, how many sales are they losing? Because, like, well, I've seen it played. I don't need to buy it. Or how many sales are they gaining? Because they go, oh, I've seen it played. That looks fun. I'm going to buy it. I do know that Jonathan has had direct sales from these live streams, so maybe it does help. We're going left. We're going left. Yeah, League of Thieves. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good. That series is very good. That's the 3rd book. There's 4 in the series, so we have done the first 2 as well. One was called Cursebreaker, and the other one I can't remember. Shadow something or other. But it's Osborne or Usborne publisher, yeah. So, and the next one is called Goblin's Revenge, which I'm sure we'll get into. We're going left. We are going left. We're going left. Here we go. I prefer to think it of the latter, and if you engage the author, it helps. Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan, 9 times out of 10, will watch and kind of comment and sort of laugh at us as we go wrong. So that, you know, I think that's really cool of Jonathan. You know, he doesn't have to do that. But yeah, it's good. Any free advertising must be good. Yeah. I think that's why, you know, I've created a sample. By the way, if you do want a sample copy of my game book, you can go to Edra Tales' website. So go to www.edratales.com and just follow the links, basically. You can download the 30 entry free sample. And in it, I've got all the rules, how to play it. I've got a nice map of Edra, which is the world that I've created. And I've got all the charts. With the adventure sheet, the combat encounters, you got notes. So this is basically, you know, like a free sample just to get people used to my writing style, just to see, it's like a taster, just to see if they enjoy it. And we did play this, didn't we? We did a couple of sessions, or maybe one session doing this. And I thought, yeah, why not? So if someone else wanted, you know, once the game book gets published, hopefully we'll raise enough money in the Kickstarter. You know, if other reviewers want to do it, or other people want to play through, I certainly don't have a problem with that. Because I think you're right, Martha. I think it does advertise it for people. Steve's put, if I'm undecided on a book, I will watch a playthrough to get a better sense of the book. Yeah, absolutely. You can then get to see the writing style as well, can't you? So 25. Here we go. The handle turns, the door opens. You step through into the room to which the Explorers Society of Arkham would be proud. This is clearly a map room. The huge Mercator's projection of the world that covers one entire wall alone would have told you that. But there are large atlases open on a long table of the middle of the room. And there is a plan chest against the adjacent wall. Standing on a turned ebony pedestal of its own, in one corner of the room next to the map wall, is an ornately decorated globe. Opposite, hopefully it's cut in half, it's a drinks one. It's got all the whiskey inside. Opposite it, on the right hand side of the huge map, is an equally ornate celestial globe on a golden stand that shows the apparent positions of the stars in the sky. Above the map of the world has been painted a quote from literature. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Hamlet, Act 1, Scene 5. I think Jonathan was writing Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. I know that quote, I'll put it in. You are alone in the map room, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You decide. I shall just do that after Fighting Fantasy 5. We will do it on stream and plug it. Oh, that's very kind of you, Julian. I really, really appreciate that. Because as you know, trying to gain marketing is the author's curse. Because it's like, how do you do that? Hang on, nice crossover reference. Yeah, absolutely. Cthulhu versus Shakespeare. Which, yeah, we're going to be playing that one. Are you going to be doing that one, Julian? Probably. It's Cthulhu. Who doesn't like Cthulhu? Shakespeare. Who doesn't like Shakespeare? Yeah, I backed that one. So that I don't know when Jonathan's going to finish that one. Take a closer look. So what do you want to do? Do you want to take a closer look at the Mercator's projection map? Type map. Or you can take a closer look of the Earth, type Earth, or you can take a closer look at the celestial globe, type globe. So what do you want to do? The map, the globe of the Earth, or the globe of the sky? What did I say? Yeah, or the celestial globe, yeah. Or the stars and the shiny things. What do you want to do? The globe. Martha's going for the globe. She wants to see what the stars have said. The globe is probably a good one, actually, because if I'm correct in thinking, don't the ancient ones come off-world? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Jam has put a globe as well. It might have a drink in it. Yes, roll on April. I'll be doing a few extra bits in and around it before it releases. Oh, fantastic. Celestial globe. That's where the ancient one hails from. Yeah, isn't that Shakespeare's theatre? The globe means theatre. There you go. Julian's just put that. The eye in the sky. The eye in the sky. So we are. It looks like we're going for the globe. I've forgotten what we're going for. Yeah, globe is the one. Let's do that then. Let's do that. Hopefully we'll get some more clues. We'll unlock some more secrets. The celestial globe is a magnificent piece. You turn it with care, wondering at the way the constellations have been depicted as gods and monsters of classical myth. You suddenly find yourself unable to rotate the globe any further and hear a distant click. That's not good. What do you want to do now? Do you want to take a closer look at the map, the Mercator's projection map? Do you want to take a closer look at the Earth, the globe of the Earth? Or do you want to leave the room? So if you want to look at the map, type map. If you want to look at the Earth, type Earth. If you want to leave, type leave. What would you like to do? I was very lucky. Went to Swanage a couple of weeks ago. And we found, or I already knew this, there's a massive stone globe on the coastline of Swanage. And I remember going as a kid with my primary school, and we were taken to this globe. It's next to like a Victorian castle. They built a kind of fake castle, but it's out of stone. It looks like a normal castle, but it's like a manor house stroke castle. And just on the coastline, you walk down towards the coastline, near the cliffs, they built this huge stone globe with all the countries as they knew them back then. And this was Victorian times, so, or maybe slightly before that, like 1888. Yeah, no, that is Victorian times. Really a massive globe. It was really impressive. Yeah, what did it click? We don't know. We know why, Julian. Okay, yeah, you guys know. Saw your pics, most excellent. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Julian. Yeah, it was amazing. And I remember that as a kid. I remember saying to Sally, oh, can we try and find that again? And we were in the tourist information, and I went, and we had a look at the postcards. I went, there it is. I haven't made it up. There it is. And what I need to do is look out old photographs of when I was at primary school. I might even scan them in, actually. That'd be fun. Because we went to Swanage with primary school. We went to the model village. We went to Corfe Castle. We went to the beach, obviously, but we also went to this globe. And I recreated photos from what I could remember. Anywho, we are going to... What did we put? Has anyone voted? Why did it click? Oh, nobody voted. What would you like to do? If you're falling asleep, go to the other room. There's a secret there. And then leave the house. Okay, Martha is just telling us what to do. So, does everybody agree with Martha? Do you want to go to the other room? What would you like to do? Everybody vote now, because I don't think people voted. Do you want to look at the map? Do you want to look at the Earth? Or do you want to do what Martha says and leave the room? What would you want to do? Do what Martha says. Map. Okay. So we've got 2 for the map, 2 for leave. Is there anyone else that is voting? Or do we let the... Okay, we're going to do the map first. I'm sure we'll be able to leave, so that's good. It's probably good to get a few more clues. Unless this is dangerous. You never know. You never know with game books, and you also never know with Arkham. The horror, the madness. It's like the heart of darkness, isn't it? 86. You take in the continents of the Earth, and it's and at a distance. Hang on, start again. Hello. You take in the contents of the Earth at a distance, and then approach the painting, marvelling at the detail that has gone into it. Arkham has even been democrated to the north. I don't know what that means. Democrated on the northeast coast of America with a large red dot. However, up close you can see a vertical line where the painting has been cut. It is too straight and precise to have been accidental damage, and using your fingers you trace the thin gap to where it turns right. It looks like you've found a hidden door, but you can find no obvious means of opening it, no matter where you press on the painting or how hard you try. We did hear a click though, didn't we? No harm ever came from reading a book. What do you want to do now then? Take a closer look at the globe of the Earth, take a closer look at the celestial globe, or leave the room. You did try to tell us. However, I don't think that's particularly negative though, Martha. It's just sort of slowed us down. Something's been cut. So, do you want to take a closer look of the globe, of the Earth, type Earth? Do you want to take a closer look at the celestial globe, type globe? Or would you like to leave? What would you like to do? Would you like to take a closer look at the Earth, a closer look at the globe, or would you like to leave? Okay, Julian would like to look at the Earth globe. Okay. Lee Rin would also like to look at the Earth. Anyone else voting? Jan would like to leave. Hope it contains a nice brandy. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so it looks like we're going to take a closer look at the Earth globe. Martha, yeah, good stuff. Martha would also like to look at a closer look at the Earth globe. That is right. And there we're going to leave it. There we are going to leave it, ladies and gentlemen. Cthulhu fans, Jonathan Green fans, Gamebook fans, Rat fans. That's one from the 80s. There we are. We've been playing for just over an hour and a half. Jam was right. Were you right, though? Were you right? I'm not giving it away. I'm not giving anything away. Okay, that's interesting. I have just read it, but he was right. I know it. Okay, well, there we go. You are more than welcome, Julian. I'm glad you had fun. Yes, we're leaving it. Well, we've still got a bit more to discover here, but you know, you never know. You all might vote to leave on the next go, if that's an option. I'm not saying anything. So thank you very much. Hopefully you all did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It's a good book. Another cracker from Jonathan Green, as always, solid. So as I say, if you do want to purchase your own copy, The Darkness Over Arkham, it is available on Amazon. But you know, maybe you want to help support your local bookshop. Go to your local bookshop, order it if it's not in stock. Jonathan Green. And if you do want to download the sheets, you can go to acontebooks.com, ACONYTE books.com. I guess if you just type in publisher, The Darkness Over Arkham, it will come up with the exact spelling. Well, that is the exact spelling. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. Bambling now. There we go. So there we are. Thank you so much. And we'll do one more of these before the next Fighting Fantasy Fest, won't we? Which is on the 7th. Thank you, Lee Rin. Yeah, good night, everyone. First midnight in 3 weeks. Still have to readjust body clock. Yeah, thank you, Lee Rin. I know it's late for you. Cheers, everybody. Hope to see you all again soon. Yep. So thank you, Julian. Thank you, Lee Rin. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Martha. Thank you to Steve. Thank you to who else watched and commented. I think that's everybody that commented. Just going back through the comments. Forgive my old brain. So thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Lee Rin. I've done all that. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Steve. And thank you, Jam, of course. Jam, yes. There we go. And thank you to anyone else that watched but didn't comment. I won't know who you are, but thank you. Obviously, you're more than welcome. And if you do want to follow the channel, please do so. I put all my Twitch live streams up onto the Edra Tales YouTube channel. So if you want to go over there, occasionally I do put the odd other thing up there as well. That's maybe not from Twitch live stream. So, you know, if you are interested in check that out, you can. The next live stream, though, is going to be Friday night, this Friday, 7 PM UK time, where we once again do battle in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We've been playing that for a while now. It's a lot of fun. We've only literally just scratched the surface. It's such a big game, but it is a good, fun, fancy game. Thank you so much, everybody. And remember, may the magic of stories flow through you always. Good night, Grocklesnook. Time for dinner.